Well, David, it's hard to believe it's that time of year already, but the Big 12 Media Days are getting underway in Dallas. With only 17 games to go, the Dallas Mavericks are hanging on to a one-game lead over the Phoenix Suns. And while the Lady Cougars have excelled in all facets of the game this season, they believe it's their defense that's really set them apart. The Oklahoma Sooners got a huge victory today here at the Cotton Bowl, despite not playing to their full potential, but it was enough to secure the victory. Their matchup tonight would be against the Bishop McGuinness Fighting Irish, who were probably a little bit better than their 6-4 record indicated. And while a lot of people out there might think powerlifting is only for the big guys with the rippling biceps, the Denison powerlifters want you to know that's not always the case. Well, it's a cold, blustery day down here in the Metroplex, but fortunately for these fans and these teams, that doesn't really matter. They'll get to play in the comfy confines of AT&T Stadium. And the rivalry gets its rather interesting name from the muddy, boggy creek, a murky body of water which runs in between Atoka and Colgate. The Dallas Cowboys are now 4-1 after a big win over the Houston Texans today, and on their first 4-game winning streak since 2011. The holidays are over, but basketball season is just getting into full swing. Tournaments all around Oklahoma starting up today, including the Kingston New Year's Classic. Thanks a lot, guys. Well, it was a big game for both the Plainview Indians and the Dixon Comets this evening. Plainview hoping to extend their perfect record to 8-0, while the Comets were looking to pull into a first-place tie at the top of the district with a big win tonight. Indians thinking pink for this evening's matchup. In the first quarter, after Dixon fumbled the opening kickoff, here's Austin Carrera out of the Wildcat formation. He'll take it in for the score, puts Plainview up 7-0 early. Then the following drive for Dixon, here's Chris Bamberg taking it up the middle. Nice little gain there, but Dixon would have to punt. After the touchback, first play of the next possession, here's Carrera taking it again, makes a couple guys miss, gets to the outside, and there's that burst of speed. He is gone. He's going to take that all the way 80 yards for the Plainview touchdown. That puts them up 14-0. Then Dixon with the ball again, but it pops loose. And who's there to pick it up? Jordan Ricketts. Johnny on the spot for the Indians. He's going to take that in for the Plainview touchdown. And it would be all Plainview all night. They win this one by a final score of 70-6. Pretty impressive considering their starting quarterback Tabor Jordan missed this one due to illness. Austin Carrera had 6 total touchdowns for the Indians, who came just 3 points shy of tying the school record for points scored in one game. Plainview now moves on to 8-0. They'll travel to Pauls Valley next week, while Dixon drops to 6-2 and will play in Lone Grove. Reporting live at Plainview High School, I'm Taylor Williamson. Back to you guys. Only one high school football team from Sherman has ever won a state championship, and no, it wasn't the Sherman Bearcats. It was the Fred Douglass Panthers 50 years ago.
We had great expectations at the beginning of the season, and we went and after we scrimmaged Ennis, our first season opener into the game. You know, we went out and practiced with them. We knew we were going to be pretty good.
The 1964 Fred Douglass Panthers team will be forever etched into Sherman's history. The all-black school was the first and only team from the city to win a state title when they beat Conroe in the Prairie View Interscholastic League 2A state championship.
I don't think the magnitude of what we had done at that particular moment had, set in. It took a while for us to get on the bus and head home, and then all of a sudden we realized that, we've done something.
The Panthers fielded a senior-laden team led by head coach Ed Hunt and consisting of standouts Walter Whitfield, Richard Fuller, and Don Campbell, along with many others.
We had senior wide receivers, Jerry Boyne, Don Hubbard, Monroe Milligan, and on the offensive side, Billy Don Forbes was our center.
Campbell, my God, that kid in any generation, in any era, was just outstanding. Whitfield was probably one of the best receivers I've seen even today, and of course Fuller. They don't make them like that anymore. And even with segregation forcing Panthers fans to sit on what is now the visitor side of Bearcat Stadium, people of all ethnicities continue to pack the house week after week. We started seeing the games fill up. The stadium was full. Every game, and it was a crossover of the races, and that was not the norm.
And the title was more than just a source of pride. It helped bring the town together and has a legacy that still lives on even 50 years later.
I know it meant a lot to the black community, but I think it's meant just as much to the white community. And I think, like I said, as far as unifying this town, I think that really put the finishing touches on unifying this city.
This is a legacy that is not for Fred Douglass, so to speak, entirely, but for the city of Sherman and all of its citizenry.
2 Southern Oklahoma teams remain in these high school football playoffs. It just so happens that both have had plenty of playoff runs in the past. Taylor Williamson has the story.
The Davis Wolves and Wynnewood Savages are no strangers to success. Davis has 5 state titles to their name. Wynnewood has 6.
I've made it to the playoffs every year that I've played, and we really don't know anything but playoff games.
It's an honor. I feel blessed to be able to come into a program with such great tradition and the community just such in love with football. I mean, this is a football town.
The two towns are separated by this 10-mile stretch of Highway 77, but no matter which end you live on, there's reason for excitement as both teams are semifinal bound. Neither team has lost a game this year. In fact, Davis hasn't lost a game in almost 2 seasons. They've won 28 in a row, tied for a school record, and picked up a state title along the way. Now they're gearing up for a tough semifinal matchup against 12-1 Hennessy.
They're focused. These kids have been really easy in that respect. We don't have to remind them that being number 1 ranked doesn't mean anything when you have a playoff.
We have experience playing rough games and playing the whole game, and I'm pretty sure we can tire them out in the 4th quarter and come out with it.
Wynnewood, meanwhile, will take on the 13-0 Thomas Terriers with a chance to make it back to the state title game for the first time since 2012, and they feel like that experience 2 years ago will help them this time around.
It's a tremendous help. You know, these kids have been here before. They've done it.
Well, you're not scared of big games anymore. You've been there, you've done it. No need to be scared.
And with so little distance between the towns, it's no surprise that they've made fans of one another.
I'm friends with some of the Wynnewood people, actually, and they're pretty cool kids, and I hope they get the win this weekend after.
I'm good friends with the Davis team, and if it's cool, because we can talk about it, I'm behind Davis. They behind us, too.
Taylor Williamson, Sports 12.
Now, when it comes to sports, it's easy to criticize the athletes that play the game, whether it's because we think we have the talent to play the game better or because we think it looks just too easy. Anyone can do it. Well, our own Taylor Williamson found out just how hard it really is.
Okay, whatever you do, do not, I repeat, do not get dunked on. A lot of people watch a basketball game, collegiate or high school, and think to themselves, that's so easy, I could do it. Well, I'm about to find that out. I'm going to try it for the Southeastern Savage Storm men's basketball team. A few things about myself. My name's Taylor Williamson. I'm 6'5", not in the best shape, and once got cut from my 7th grade basketball team, so we'll see how this goes.
What do you think about the talent?
There's a lot of it out here. Not much on my end, but a lot of it out here.
I mean, yeah. He got a nice little dribble. He just got to work up on his pull-up. That's all he got to work on his pull-up, that's all.
You know, I would tell Taylor probably stick with whatever you're currently doing right now, to be honest with you.
Well, he's got good size and good length. You know, we like guys that are long and wiry. Looks like he's pretty light on his feet. Not sure how long he can stand on his feet, but he looked like he was sucking wind pretty good a minute ago.
Well, I've learned that I still can't dribble very well. I can make a shot every now and then if I need to, and team-based drills, I only hurt. But I have a bachelor's in journalism, and I'm not afraid to use that in the future.
I'm getting ready to throw you the ball. Put your hands up here.
Hands up.
Yeah, hands up, and watch the ball into your hands. Don't watch the ball into your face.
This is exhausting. Only thing that's keeping me alive. felt like I was real close. Maybe needed to do a couple things right. See what he has to say. Coach, did I make it?
You made it through the workout. You did a good job. I think you got better as time went, which probably means you got a lot of endurance.
NBA comparison right now.
Dennis Rodman. We like what we were talking about there. We like the way you can tip the ball to yourself, and it's just amazing. You know, Dennis used to do that great when he was in South and in the NBA. But he was long, rangy. He was a late developer, just like you.
So after 2 hours of grueling workouts, endless refills of this water bottle, plenty of missed shots, and even a couple of tipped rebounds, I've learned a couple things. One, I may not be the next big star of the Southeastern Savage Storm. Two, I may not even be the next big bench warmer for the Southeastern Savage Storm. But I tried it, and for all those of you with hoop streams and eligibility out there, I encourage you to do the same. Reporting in Durant, Taylor Williamson, Sports 12.